Yeah. Got a new client this week. I was very happy about them. This thing is saying it's going, but
Okay, and we
it's
are
not starting.
live.
Okay, we're there. Live. Yeah, and it looks like we've been live for 13 seconds. So I'm literally sitting telling people I don't know what's happening. Live from Long Island, New York. It's Love, Death, and Taxes. Here I'm Ryan O'Neill Williams, and my lovely co-host Agnes. I was look at it. I'm getting really good at that hand thing,
Yes,
that backwards hand thing, guys. If you've ever done a podcast with a video cast, like everything is mirrored, so it's kind of weird, and I get it wrong a lot, but no, I'm getting it right. I'm getting it right. How Happy New Year! How are you doing?
oh, happy new year. I'm exhausted. Today is the 5th of
It's
January and I am exhausted. it's
already tired.
it's it's been on the go. It's been on the go. So many things happening. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, last week I know you went
Work-wise,
you went a little.
already work-wise and everything else.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's tax time
I
too,
went to
right? So
Poland to pay my last week's. Yeah. So I
yeah,
went to
no,
Poland to
I'm
pay my
sorry.
last respects
I
to my
interrupted
brother.
you.
Yeah. It's okay. We're having that little thing going on now because you're freezing a little bit still, but just a tiny bit. Uh, but we will manage.
Okay.
Um, so yes, it was a bittersweet trip because my brother was 49 years old when he passed away. So he passed 2 days before Christmas, Christmas Eve. So they waited till after Christmas to bury him. So I left, and it was very quick visit there. But I'm thankful to my first cousin and his lovely wife Majena, and Bybek, that they took care of me while I was there. I stayed 2 nights at their house. Ryan, they took care of me. When I'm telling you, they took care of me. They took care of me. What I think if I would tell them carry me in your arms because I'm too tired to walk, I think they would do it. Wonderful people. His wife is so quick on her feet, doing everything. It's like I swear to you, there was okay. You finish breakfast, you finish coffee. Okay, have something more to eat. And so like now you're starting second breakfast after I have lunch, and I was like, okay, we're going out to dinner. I just finished breakfast, and it was like they were their hospitality, it's just wow. I mean, it's just wow. They prepared and for me my own room, and they drove me everywhere and everything. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Of course, it was very difficult to say goodbye to my brother that I just found 2.5 years ago. I wish I could have more time with him, but at least I still have his wife and two of his children and grandchildren. So the family still remains. But it was difficult. It was difficult to say goodbye. On another hand, I met a couple dozen of new family members that I didn't know. So that was a bit overwhelming. A really very short visit because I arrived there on Wednesday at noon. I left Friday in an early afternoon. So imagine how much happened during this short period of time. And I had a very nice conversation with
Wow.
my 97-year-old aunt. 97. She still walks. She still cooks. She she she's amazing. She's amazing. She will tell me again, 97 years old. And she goes, I have moments when I forget things. She has moments when she forgets things. I have to keep writing everything down so I wouldn't forget. She has moments that I mean, she's amazing person. She's amazing person. You should have seen when all the family members are gathering at her apartment, at her house. It, she goes like, "Oh, there's more than I expected." took her grandson, let's go to the store. She brought all the food, she bought everything. She's laid out the spread like you had no idea. When you think 97-year-old person, you think that person that barely walks or doesn't walk at all, lays in the bed. No, she has
Yes.
conversations with you and she remembers everything. She cooks, she cleans for herself. I mean, all of her. I mean, like, really amazing, amazing person. I hope she has years and years ahead of her. She's like, oh, you like this? Do you want to take it? It's like, she was like, no, I just said that it's nice. But she's ready to whatever you like. She will give it to you. So, like,
Well,
just amazing, just amazing
she,
person.
I guess in her mind, she's thinking, okay, why do I need to hold on to these things? I may as well give them away. But please, 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 please let me get to that age and be that spry. And yeah, because we always think of that. We see someone that's 97, you usually see them like almost, curled over and whatever. Did she tell you what her secret was? How did she get to the point where she's 97 and still like a bouncing around like a teenager?
No, she actually was when we were talking, she was like a teenage girl. Honestly, I mean, you can talk with her about everything and anything. Um, she had very hard life as a young woman. I if I'm correct, I'm sorry if I made a mistake, but I believe she had 11 children. And
Wow.
it,
Okay.
it's just amazing the way she is now, and the life
Mhm.
she leads now. But we had a little heart to heart conversation as well, and it's amazing what she told me about other family things, and I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed that I have her in as a family, very close family. And I think I told you that from my mom's side, I have an
Okay.
uncle who just turned in November 102. 102.
So so you could easily be here for another 80 years, Agnes, because I know you're only in your 20s right now, right?
Ah, see, I'm 28. That did it. I'm a grandmother with
Perpetually,
two,
right?
and I'm 28. Absolutely. In my head, I am.
But yeah, I mean, what an interesting way to start the year. But you did make it back before New Year started, right?
Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did. And you know, I was able still pushing myself a bit, but I was able still to do what I planned to do with my husband. Because you know how it is, like you have there is a holiday. It's I cook for 3 days prior to Christmas Day. Then Christmas Day, it's more about the grandchildren, about children, about the family. So running, and as you already know me, I'm very protective to have my time with my husband. So that was
Yes.
our time, our Christmas to go out. We went out to see our kids. We went out to dinner, um, and then for New Year's Eve, we needed to have time just for the two of us because it's very easy, and that's what I'm
Right.
encouraging. Like, I got so wise with my 28 years of life, and experience. So, but it's very important not to lose yourself and what's really important, because let's face it, you meeting family for holidays, you meeting family for the sad occasions, as just as I went for the funeral. But on a day to day, it's you and your partner. That's it. So you have to take care of each other. So it's not only they are not only there for every day, we have to pay bills, we have to do this, we have to pay that, we have to take care of this. Not only for those errands or bad things or difficult things, you have to make sure that you share the happy times as well. And it's so easy, so easy to lose that. So what is the most important? Because, like, oh, don't come in my way, I'm cooking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I don't have this, I don't have time for this, I'm too tired for that. You know how that goes. So it's very
Yeah,
important to
exactly.
remind a lot of, yeah, remind a lot of people that, look, it's very important to be there for the children. But guess what? We don't keep them. We have children, we raise them for the world. So the children will go out there, and you are stuck with your significant other. And if you didn't, by then, if you didn't build something, if you didn't became best friends, if you didn't remember that they are actually more important than the children, you know, then I
Yeah.
don't want to use bad word, but this is bad. This is really bad. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to remember what's important in your life, because at the end of the day, your significant other is there when you are sick, because your children will be with their significant other or with their
Right.
children. Your grandchildren are good. They are loving, but they are good when and they're younger. They want to be with you. But when they're teenagers, we all remember. I still remember my teenage years. We don't want to be with the. I had no intention spending my time with my grandmother. Let me tell you, she was a lovely person, but
Why?
I
I
wanted
mean,
to be with
they're
my
just
friends.
not interesting.
So
You absolutely don't find them interesting. You don't think anything that they say has any relevance to you, and you just want to keep on moving. And plus, whatever she thought that might have been relevant the 30, 40, 50 years that she's lived in her life are no longer relevant now, right? And the truth is, that's not the truth, but it's only when you get past like 30 and 40 that you actually figure that out. That it actually, everything that they said actually can be used in your life. It doesn't matter that we've got new technology. It doesn't matter that the
yes,
world has completely
yes,
changed. They actually, a lot of the stuff that they tell you is very relevant to whatever. And it's so funny because we're in this whole renewal and new year and new stuff. And you see people talking about, oh, I'm going to just take this new goal and I'm going to say, what happened to it last year? What happened last year? Did you take stock of what happened last year? Why did your goals not actually work out? Why did the habits that you thought you were going to create didn't actually work out, right? And it's the same thing. Like you think that it's irrelevant, but it's all relevant, man. And so interesting. You're so right that you're you're spending your time with your spouse and fortifying them and becoming remaining in fellowship with them the entire time. I could just imagine, like, you go over there and it's like you're meeting new people, like you say, definitely going to meet new people, but then on top of that you've got family all around you, and then some of them are pushing this way, some of them are pushing that way. Everybody's going to come and say the first impressions of you, first impressions of your husband, and they're probably you probably heard some things like either directly or indirectly from different people. I cannot imagine. I know you
oh,
you're probably going to tell me some things off the air later
yes,
on.
yes, because that's the whole thing, that they know of me,
Yes.
a lot of things of me,
Mhm.
and and then finally, oh, so you are, and there's something after that. So it's like, you just met me and you tell me what happened, like, some time ago, like, you heard of me. So
Right.
yes, I'm the one, but you don't have everything straight. Then you're trying to straight the stories. It's like I said, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. They are all lovely people, that I have to say.
Right.
It was overwhelmed with the warmth, the hospitality,
Good.
the
I mean, that's who you
friendship,
are,
the
though.
love.
It,
It was
it seems to be a
amazing. It was
family trait.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, you know what? This is what I decided to be, though. That in life, you making choices, right? God
Yes.
gave us free will. So either you're going to um, decide that you're going to approach people being judgmental
Hmm.
or very reserved, but I'm approaching people the way I want to be treated. So I'm approaching with warmth and love because that's what I want from others. And I'm
Absolutely.
until I'm holding my judgment. Although I have to admit, I was guilty of that when I was much younger. But then I learned you cannot judge people until you find out where they come from, how is their life, what makes them. When I see that there is something there that is, either they get burned. They get burned. That's why they're not showing all the love and affection. And you know, I mean, I'm not saying, oh, this is I'm Agnes, this is where I live, this is my social security number, this is my ATM card. But but you have to, it doesn't cost you to be nice to people and be understanding and be warmed. It doesn't cost. And
No,
usually when you approach people that way, and although they will give you cold shoulder, but you will give them kind of, okay, that's you, but I'm not gonna change me because of them. And guess what? You're getting in
no,
getting back the love and affection and warmth from other people. That's my personal experience.
yeah, yeah,
Plus family means a lot to me.
yeah,
Family is
again,
everything.
exactly. Family means a lot. Your friends mean a lot. When you've actually accepted and embraced somebody, I I've been personally on the receiving end of your hospitality, and your hospitality is always great. So in my mind, it feels like it's a family trait. So you're giving them all this praise that they took care of you or whatever, but I'm like, that's par for the course for you guys. All right, that's how I feel. But okay. When you were over there, there were like developments over Ukraine, over Russia, whatever. Were you in danger at any point in time, or you just heard stuff in the news, or were you
Uh,
anywhere near there?
to be honest with you, I find out from a message that friend of mine sent it to me, and he didn't even know I'm in Poland. I tried to call him, but we didn't get through. I was a very short period of time there. So no, no one knew at the present time when it happened. But I have to tell you, like last year, we went on vacation to a couple places in Europe. Our family from here, they were very afraid. Why we going? Something's gonna happen to us. But I have to tell you that we went to several different places, several different countries, and everyone just lives their life the way they supposed to live. Because
Right,
what is the other choice? Yes, there is always a danger because some maniac named Putin might decide to do something and screw everybody up, you
you're gonna
know.
get me hacked by Russians. Leave it alone.
That's why poor people need psychiatrists. That's what I have to say. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He's really hurting his own people. He's hurting his own people. Not forget about everybody else. He's hurting his own people. There's a poverty in Russia that no one has any idea to what degree. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Showing on TV Moscow how beautiful it is. Go beyond Moscow. Go to the villages that people are really they have nothing to eat. This is ridiculous what he's doing to people. But beside the point, everyone in Europe they had to make a choice. Either you're going to live your life or you're going to sit in a corner and cry. But I think it's everywhere like this because this applies to
Yeah,
our life here as well. What are you
yeah,
choosing
yes,
to
it
do?
absolutely.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
live your life.
Mhm.
Like people. You got me going now. People get upset about, oh, this man was selected or that one was selected. Guess what? They're political puppets. We still have to. I never met or have a president who will influence my personal life. I still have to pay bills. I still have to go on with my life. I still have to take care of my family. Doesn't matter who sits out there. Doesn't matter who is chosen a pope. Doesn't matter who is the president. No one pays my bills. No one will come and personally tell me, Agnes, I will help you. I never benefit from your choice. I decided to live my life to the fullest as much as I can. I decided to be happy. I decided to enjoy my life, make sure that I'm praying for my family's health the most. And you know what? Every morning I wake up, I said, I have another chance.
Yeah. There isn't
So
there's a whole conversation about New Year and how much we can control or whatever. I send out an email twice a week, right? It's events around the town of Babylon this weekend, events around the town of Babylon this week, and it's not about the current events. It's about physical like events that you can go to. Something you can take your family to, something you can take your friends to, something you can take your significant other to, something you can take your kids to, right? And when I'm talking about that stuff, sometimes because of the state of the world and everything that's going on, I'm like, I have all this information, and I think I should be talking about this stuff that I know and this whatever, but it's not the place. And honestly, me, I'm not saying I'm insignificant, but on those particular subjects and those things, there's nothing I can do. So me complaining about it in an email that I send out every week is irrelevant. Me complaining about it and posting about it on social media is irrelevant. It's kind of silly to do that and put that on your head and decide you're going to do that, and then what's going to come of it? There are people out here who are doing that already. There was a time when I didn't think that it was balanced, like there weren't enough people coming from one side of the argument and the other side. But now that's not the case, simply because it's so open and everybody can say whatever it is that they want to say, especially in the United States of America. But you're so right. There is so little that we as individuals can do at some of those big things that are happening in the world. What's happening over in Palestine and Israel, what's happening, like that entire area is now inflamed. What's happening in the Ukraine and Russia, what's happening in Africa, what's happening here in the United States at the end of the borders. Many of those things, there's nothing that me as a personal individual who does not work for the government, who does not work for the general press, that can do anything about it. And I'm saying to you people, if you are feeling like you're so small and like you can't do anything, take control of the things that you can take care of in 2024. Get a hold of those things and set yourself and decide what you're going to, because that's all you can do. You can only control the stuff that you can control. I'm off to a big start. You're off to a busy start. As of yesterday, I know online filing, tax filing is open. I heard that, even though I don't think you can send it, but I think it's open. So if you get all
depending what you have, and it's like for last year you can still submit certain things, but it's like I have to tell you, like I've been telling you right before I was sleeping, I worked till midnight on one of the offers of my client, just to find out, like, okay, the first step is make sure that they're compliant with everything. That means all the filings are done. Okay. I filed everything, did everything. His accountant filed. I submitted everything. 2 days later, I'm getting a phone call. Even I was in Poland, I was getting a phone call from IRS. And it's like, okay, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, but I have a proof of filing. Guess what? I just find out that even you receive a confirmation from them your filing was successfully submitted, they still can kick back because they didn't like something. So now my client told that his taxes from last year were filed, and I had a proof, I had a receipt. They were kicked back, and no one knew about it. So all my work that I was working till midnight was for nothing.
But does that set you back? Does that make it so that the client's filing is invalid, or can they still be, clanked up?
His accountant his accountant didn't follow up, So like, I'm asking his accountant. I'm talking to my client. My client gets his accountant online, and we have this conversation. Oh no, I filed. Okay, well, I have a receipt. Okay, but this is what I've been told. All my work for all those hours were. I have to redo it now
Okay, okay, all right. Wow.
because
I,
oh,
I,
I
I
didn't
feel
know.
bad for you
Well,
because I know you
I
were
get it,
rushing to
but
get
like,
this done right before you left, and now it's like an issue that now you have to redo it
yeah,
or or at least you didn't. That stress was not required. It's just that it's goofy. I mean, so how do they not know that it was already submitted and rejected?
well, they did send you. They did send him saying your filing was successfully submitted. They review it. Obviously, someone didn't follow up on the
Mm,
correspondence, either email
mm,
or a letter. Something somewhere was lost.
was lost. Okay.
So
Yes.
they have to refile. Now I have to wait at least a month and a half to give time for all that to be received and recorded that is being received. It's just it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, right? But that's my
That's the busy,
job.
busy, busy.
It's I have to put that till next month. That particular case.
Yeah. So you can't even touch anything now. Now you're
No,
waiting. You
no,
hurried up. You hurried up to wait, basically.
because
Yeah.
if I refile now, the IRS won't have on their end recorded that so that the things that they were missing that they're recorded that they're filed.
Yeah.
What am I going with this?
They really need more people over there, don't they? Mm. And I'm not saying anything bad about you, IRS people. Don't be
The
looking at me like that.
budget wouldn't be if only the budget wouldn't be taken away from them to given somewhere else where it doesn't make sense. But
Is that happening?
I wonder for what reason too. I
What?
wonder. I'll zip it here.
People, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the best piece of advice for 2024. Gather your IRS stuff now, right now. It's the 5th. Let's check it. It's the 5th of January, 2024. Do it now. Do it now because it's going to be a long year. Get it done because they are slowed down. And it's an election year. So it's actually they will try to process really fast because they don't want an issue. So I would say to you, get it out as soon as you possibly can. But at the same time, who knows what you're going to expect? You seen what's going on from over there? What do Polish people think about what's happening in our geopolitical situation over here?
As you were breaking up a little.
Okay, what do Polish people think about our political situation over here? We're we're nearing a new presidential election, but it
Oh,
turns out that we really only have one. Go ahead, tell me. No, they don't.
I refuse to discuss with my family any
Okay,
political subjects, religious subjects, or financials.
okay, good for you.
Nope, that's a big no.
No, no.
Because this the same thing going on over there, what is going on here. Like
Yeah.
at certain moments when the family members start talking, I keep reminding, okay, we're discussing butterflies and unicorns, not political subjects.
Nothing difficult to talk
And the
about,
same thing is
people.
going on there. There are people divided.
Yeah, yeah,
Unicorns and butterflies.
yeah.
That's it.
It's all the
So,
same.
and the same thing is going on there. I mean, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like everyone is entitled to their own opinions.
Yeah,
Everyone have different experiences.
right,
So a lot of issues that they don't have meaning to me means a lot to them. And the things that they are, have meaning to me have no meaning to them. I have to give them that understanding.
yeah,
I don't want to lose
yes,
friends
yes,
that they are
yes.
beautiful people, but they have different political
Right.
views. This is just ridiculous. I mean, and the same thing with families. And I'm seeing over there, brothers are arguing, fathers are arguing with sons about this thing, and I'm looking at them like, snap out of it, snap out of it,
Yeah.
because guess what?
People are
None.
killing.
Yes. Again,
People are killing one another in homes here
no one
about.
from the government here or over there will come and put food on your table.
Nope.
Yeah,
you got you got
maybe,
to do,
may,
do it yourself.
maybe I'm small-minded, but honest to God, like, I mean, I have my political views. I will keep them to myself. There's a lot of things that like, even with people, I agree with a lot with people from the other side, but I rather not to discuss those things because they're going to bring
Yeah.
issues and then we're going to have a big chaos in the family. What for?
No,
It's not
it's
worth
not
it.
not helpful. And now, they think they know who you are based on one opinion of one thing and don't realize that you might be taking in a myriad of things into account. Humans are very subjective. Like, we'll take one thing and just stick with that one thing, and not even remember sometimes that that's the thing that triggered us in one way. And then, you know if you
Yeah.
continue to receive information, you might decide, oh, I don't think that's the same thing. But they hold on to that one thing sometimes, and so we're very flawed in that way. We all think that one thing is happening, and then we have a whole thing about media bias. If we keep being told the same thing over and over and over again, a lot of us think that it's true, even though it may have changed, right? Like, that's one thing. Or they may not necessarily be telling us the truth. So there's a whole bunch of misinformation and disinformation that a lot of people need to be
Well,
looking
the
into.
thing is,
Mhm.
yes, and during a lot of interviews, I do listen to some, but you listening to that particular person opinion doesn't mean it's true, because there's a lot of things it's being omitted. You have
Yes.
a full sentence, but they will take three words from that sentence, and they hold on to it. It's out of context. So
Yeah.
we have free will.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We have freedom.
Yeah.
Let's exercise that. It's fine, but please don't forget that the friends that they are so dear, they do have, and they're so, like I said, I have friends that are beautiful people. They have opposite views than me. So be it. That they have
It's
a
fine.
right to do so.
You have
You
absolutely
know?
the right to. I'm not going to chase you down and try to argue you and tell you, no, 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 that's not what you're. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. It's okay. Yeah. As long as you and I can uh, be basic on the basic things, like basic right and wrong stuff, that's good. But all that other stuff that we can't control or cannot affect, I'm leaving that alone. Big things last year you want to leave behind, and what you want to move forward with this year. How do you feel about that?
You know what? For this year, I didn't finish everything I promised myself to finish.
Okay.
So it's my goal is just to do this, to finish my book that I didn't finish because I have to put it away for a few months because of other things that there were. I do remember, because I have other things that I had to concentrate on. Till March, I'm still not going to touch it because my goal is to finish that paper. So there are things that this is time sensitive, that
Yes.
everything has to be done at certain time. Last year it was a magical year. It was a magical year for in my family, in my household. We will never forget it. We built beautiful memories. We And look at that, my brother made it. Although he was sick, he walked me down the aisle. Actually, I walked him down the aisle, but we leave that alone. We leave that alone. So,
I was, I was looking at
You
the
know,
pictures the
it's
other day, and I was like, "It's great. It's real." Look, he actually made that. So where that's a beautiful memory that you will
yes,
have of him, and his family will have of him
yes,
forever. I don't know how
yes,
many pictures he took, look dressed like that, looking like that. One of the last things that he did was actually what so amazing. It's great. It's great. But I'm sorry that he's gone. But at the
yes.
same time,
And we
that's
have
a great
everything on the
memory.
film, everything.
Yeah, yeah. So they can see
Yes.
all.
So yeah. So we saw so many things last year. And this year we started with a beautiful plans as well, another vacation, and we have nice things going on. We have couple family occasions as well. So
No,
it will be busy year, but I'm excited for it. I'm looking
yeah,
forward to everything.
me too. Me too. I think last year was an amazing eye opener. Sometimes you just gotta shake off some of the garbage that's on you and just move forward. I'm not saying people have garbage. I'm saying the trash or the things that you don't want, or break yourself out of the old molds and do different things. Like, how the heck would I have ever expected to end up in Poland last year? The year before, I had gone to Jamaica, but to end up in Poland, that was a weird and unexpected thing. When I told people I was in Poland, they're like, "What the heck are you doing in Poland?" And that was an eye-opening trip for a couple of reasons. Like, I ended up not only in Poland, I was in Paris and I was in Denmark simply because we had layovers. And then on top of that, yeah, I had never been to that part of Europe before. I've been to England, and I've been to the east, that side, but I had never actually been to that sort of. And Ukraine was right next door. I spoke to a couple of Ukrainians. It was
So there
wild.
you
It was
go.
wild. But there was that, and then business was very interesting last year. Technological advances, artificial intelligence has completely changed what it is that I do and how I do it, and made things happen much faster. After March, well, really after May, like after I came back from Poland, from your thing, it was like there's all this information and all these new ways to do things. And we had to learn it through May to the end of the year. And now we're implementing it, which I think is just amazing. Like, I don't know if you can scroll on Facebook or scroll on Instagram and not see someone say something about AI marketing this or AI that or AI. Really, it's constant AI stuff that they're talking about. And of course, yeah, it
Yeah.
was on news, it was on 60 Minutes, it was on everywhere. But that was the big news for me last year, and now it's going to be, the accelerator for us this year. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be like the major thing. But then also, I have some personal wins that I'm very happy and proud about that I'm going to leave alone. Uh, but they're there, and
Uh-huh.
those of you who know me actually know about them. Hey, did you go to that party last night? Did you make it to that party last night? Did you do that?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, okay. I just want to check.
Nope.
You didn't make it? Okay, all right.
And I have to say that as many beautiful people are there, I'm no longer part of that
Oh,
group. I did submit my resignation.
we did discuss that. You said you were going to do that right before. Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I mean, I saw some photos on LinkedIn or whatever it was, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's happening." And it was just an interesting thing that had happened last year and was in my brain. No, whatever. Okay, let us move on. Anyway, um,
Look, they are beautiful. They are beautiful people. It's just there is no place for my profession there,
we met some
really.
great. Well, I think if there were a way, I don't know, maybe some
There
sort.
is no place for my profession
No, I think if
there.
there is like,
I'm telling
I
you.
don't know, a way for people to see you more or be more aware of what you do. I don't know, some kind of like marketing, maybe that you would have been used more in that group, but I don't know if that existed. Is that a thing that they had over there? I don't.
Listen, I got one client from there who tried to hit me for $20,000. So no, thank
Right,
you.
right. What's necessarily what you wanted. All right. Yes, let us move on. So 2024 is going to be great.
Yes, yes, let's do that.
It is the binary year. If you think about it, you got 2 and another 2 and a 4. So it's the year of the dragon in the Chinese zodiac, which doesn't really come around till I think February this year, right?
Listen,
But
we had great year. Look what we achieved.
yes, we did achieve a bunch of stuff. We got to a different point, a different level. I am not right now getting the
And unexpectedly.
Yes. Okay. That's right. That's right. Unexpectedly. Well, you know what? You get pushes sometimes from places and don't even realize it, and then it is what it is, man. I'm trying not to be all cryptic here, but we did have a great year, and this thing, it did work out great, and we're going to keep on doing it. I hope you guys will tune in, ladies and gentlemen. We I realize almost hitting 6. Hey, the kids are coming over, so I'm gonna get done in a second. Ladies and gents, I want to tell you.
Okay.
nytaxresolutions.com. That's the place where you would go if you are having issues. If you are actually having issues and are willing to not ask Agnes for money while you come to her, then you can come to her and ask about business. If you
I
actually
am not a
need some
financial
help.
institution. Do not accept loans.
That's right. She's not a financial institution. She's a tax resolution specialist. So if you're having problems with your taxes, that is where you would go. Check it out. Check it out. Let me see. Do I have one of them? If you were to have, say, a problem and owed a bunch of money to the IRS like this.
Did you know that filing a joint tax return makes both spouses equally liable for the entire tax owed, even if only one earned the income? Did you also know that you might not be responsible for errors your spouse made on the joint tax return if you were unaware of them? This was the case for Chris, who faced a huge tax burden from their ex-spouse's unpaid taxes. After coming to us and qualifying for innocent spouse tax relief, we were able to get the IRS to agree that Chris was not liable for the outstanding taxes. If you are in a similar situation, innocent spouse tax relief could be your family's solution. Visit our website to see if you're qualified at newyorktaxresolutions.com.
Let me tell you something.
Actually, I'm
let
gonna
me
have a client like this, picking up.
right now, right? You got a client like this. Listen, and I think that is becoming more and more an issue because the IRS is catching up. Like they are trying to catch up, and they're trying to catch more lower. Before they used to go after only the big fish, but now it looks like they're going for a lot of people. And so if you do have that issue, you should definitely check Agnes's website out and see that. My name is Ryan O'Neill Williams. I'm a marketing technologist. If you are looking to get in this year, you want artificial intelligence and automation to help you get rid of that bottleneck, to help you follow up with clients and leads that you have, to help you get more appointments and then make more offers and then make more sales. You got to talk to me because we are setting Agnes. I got to show you this thing, man. It literally goes out and talks to people while they come. Of course, we don't spam people. We don't have a weird robot calling your phone. But if you happen to reach out, and as business people, we work periodically from 9 to 5, from Monday to Saturday, maybe. You don't want a call to come in, a text to come in, a Google Business Profile text, or whatever it is to come in, and you can't find this person, this little robot is out there all the time, just waiting to talk back to you, which is freaking me out. I'm going to show it to you, maybe another show, maybe next week or whatever. But for sure, everybody needs to look into the new implementation of AI and automation in their business this year, because last year, oh, we were all excited about it or afraid of it, or exploring it. But this is going to be the year of implementation. And the good thing is there is a lower barrier to entry now. It is not just, hey, this thing is cute and I'm making cute pictures with it. No, this is going to make people a lot of money, and it's going to take money away from other people who are not using it. AI is not going to take your job, but people who are using AI will take your job, which is wild. We all need to get good. And I'm going to show you some stuff, Agnes, because it's getting crazy out there. But regardless, ladies and gents, we have spent 45 minutes doing it, having a good time. And happy New Year, if I hadn't said it before. All right. And you take care of yourself, Agnes, and I'll see you next week.
Happy New Year. Absolutely. Till next week.
All right. Bye-bye from Love, Death, and Taxes here from Long Island, New York.